Hello, and welcome to For Better or Worse, a movie and TV podcast where a married couple usually reviews movies and TV. Today, it's just me. I'm Toby, and we are going to be, me, and me is going to be talking about From on Amazon Prime Video. Okay, so Gino definitely didn't watch this with me because this is totally not his genre, even though I do believe he watched Lost. So at least some of it. Now, I only saw this show because it came up on my Facebook, like some random review of the show came up on my Facebook, and it was like scariest show on streaming. Sorry, where is it? Where's From? It was like scariest show right now, and it was the show From. It was, I don't know. I was like, all right, well, I'm feeding the baby. I'll watch it. I'll put it on, and it did not disappoint, at least me. And at night, it gets even scarier. Like, I can watch it during the day, no problem. And when I was watching one of the scenes at night, I was like, eee, this is very scary. So some non-spoiler right now. Here you go. It's definitely for better. There are parts in the dialogue that are not great. The delivery is sometimes not great. And I'd say paired with some of the acting, it's okay. But the story itself is a great mystery, right? You have these people in a place, they don't know how they got there, they don't know how to get out, and there are monsters that live in this universe too. And it is definitely scary, and it has a lot of questions. I like feeling like I don't know where the show is going, except you really always hope that it just brings you back. Right? Lost did that. Lost had a lot of unanswered questions. So if anybody watched Lost, you might be hesitant to start this because truly we never got answers for a lot of things. Like, why were there polar bears on the island? Like, why did those people bring polar bears? Like, why were you testing on polar bears? Leave them where they live. Let them die naturally when the ice caps all melt. All right? They don't need to die on an island in the tropics. Now, definitely for better. Right, I said that. Let's get into spoilers because I need to talk about this. I was actually up like one of the nights thinking about it, being like, I wonder what this mystery is. Or this one's crazy. Like, oh yeah, this also happened. And I mean, maybe for some people it's got too many questions, but I like it. And truly, I hope that the questions are answered. Actually, I should pull it up on IMDb because I definitely don't know all the characters' names. And it is produced by the Russo brothers. And if you listen to us consistently, you know that we have a very strong appreciation for projects that the Russo brothers partake in. So I'm into this, you know? Okay. So there are actual scary monsters, right? We're in spoilers. And the monsters are they don't even wait for the monsters. Those monsters are in there that first episode, like those first 10 minutes, the girl opens the window and bam, eaten. Totally just ribs open, blood splatter. I'm actually kind of scared right now, and I hope nothing talks to me. Like, my blinds are closed. I won't open the windows, so I'm safe, but I don't know, maybe my husband doesn't know and he lets one of them in, and then game over, right? So essentially the monsters, right, only come out at night, and if they need to be let in, not necessarily like a vampire, you say, yeah, you can come in, but just by an open door window and then no talisman, right? There's a special talisman that each house has that wards off these monsters. Or maybe not wards off, it feels like protects the space you're in. which is why you have to let them in, because without the talisman, they can just walk in and find you. So that was an interesting step, and it involves more of that supernatural element. Where, okay, so now we're dealing with like spells, not just scary monsters. And you know me, you guys, I love supernatural. So give me all the spells and scary monsters, please. Well, when I saw Harold Perrineau, Harold, I'm going to call him Michael a lot, and I apologize. But he plays the character Boyd, which is kind of one of the main characters, right? It's an ensemble cast, but they only focus on a few. So you have Boyd, who seems to be the sheriff, has taken over that role and tells all the people, like, okay, it's time to go inside so the monsters don't get you. And he was on Lost, and he plays father with child that hates him so well. And I love that he's doing it again. And he's probably one of the best parts of From. Just hearing about his story, again, spoilers, but the fact that he was in the military and was about to retire, and his wife and his son were in the car with him, and they were getting him a boat. And then they end up here, and his wife just goes nuts. She thinks it's all a dream, because truly, what is this place, right? Is it purgatory? Is it a place on earth? Are they dead? Are they asleep? What's happening? And then he has to kill her so she doesn't kill their son. And that was wild to see. And that was not what I thought happened. Like, raise your hand if you thought she got killed by a monster. Me. I thought she got killed by a monster. What a character trait, right? To put on him. Like, every time he goes to doctor, he's got to remember he killed her. Ugh. Okay. So some of the weird things in this alternative reality, this parallel universe, they're still trying to figure it out. But one of the weird things, it's very old town. It's probably like early 1900s town, it seems, maybe from even earlier. But this is, there's like old-timey diner. There's an old-timey post office. The cars are old. So when is this place? But it seems to be relatively young, whereas those also has talismans, so like maybe also old. Who knows? So there's no electricity, no running electricity, but there is electricity because they all have lights and stoves, but there are no wires. There's no like wire inside the cable. So what's happening there? And they make a big radio tower with the electricity that they don't know where it's coming from. How are things powered? I don't know. I'm not a physics teacher, but that's very interesting. The talismans, where do they come from? Who left them in that one spot? Are there more? Like, good thing Boyd went out that day and I guess and fell into this space in the woods. But are there more? So then there were people there before. Who put them there? Like, these are things that I need to get answered in future seasons. Season 2 is coming out. I should have mentioned that before. April 23rd. So this week, before this week, I don't remember. I'm recording this the week before. So whenever the 23rd is, just keep this in mind, people. So that needs to get answered. And then we find out that the monsters, I don't know if anybody else was thinking about this. I definitely wasn't. They sleep underground. Now, was I wondering where they were during the day? No, I was not. Because like, they're monsters. They could just be poof and just like lit and exist in just the air. I don't know. Maybe they come together at night and they're just like little specks. But they sleep underground. So I guess that makes sense. If they're monsters and maybe dead, maybe they all have a coffin. It's their little home and they go sleep. Right? Like, nobody sees them walk away in the morning. They disappear when the sun comes out. All of these sentences are formed as questions because my voice is going up at the end and I'm just so curious. I just need someone to talk to about this. Okay. Now, at this point, right at the end of season 2, you have Boyd taking Sarah into the woods to go try and find a way out of here. And Sarah has a connection to this place where something talks to her. And it seems like multiple things can talk to her and tell her what to do. And she was told to kill various people, right? She killed the other sheriffs. Oh, I went on IMDb on purpose. She killed the other sheriff's dad. Like, I guess she was told to. And then she was told to kill the little boy from the family. That was unsuccessful. And so she got basically captured by the priest. And then now they're in the woods. The point of that whole thing, sorry if I lost you, was that I guess there's scarier things out in the wilderness. So something messes with their tent. They're literally walking through spider webs and like nobody thinks, oh, this might belong to spiders. I'm not walking through webs. That's ballsy on their part. I won't even walk through that one string from a spider. You know those webs that are just like, it's just one and it's right in front of you. And you're like, nah, I'm not going to go this way because it's one. And you don't even want that one web on you because you just know the spider is going to be on you too. So if I'm not walking through sheets of web, you're going to get covered in spiders and then you're going to get bit. And these are special supernatural spiders. So I'm really wondering what else is going to happen to Boyd because he got bit multiple times and then wasn't feeling well and then was fine or wasn't feeling well. And then they found the lighthouse. So we're going to a lighthouse. I wonder what's in it. What do you guys think's inside the lighthouse? Comment below. Comment on YouTube. What's in the lighthouse? Why is it there? There's no water. What's the lighthouse doing? Okay. So there's one character that they brought in. I guess his name is Jade. Come on, you guys. A Jade from New York? No. The other person was Toby, and they killed Toby off real quick. So R.I.P. Toby. And the guy he sold a big tech company that he created. He's a genius. And he wants to build a radio tower to hopefully get in contact with the regular world. They do it. They build a radio tower. They do it. And then they reach somebody and they reach the monsters, it sounds like, where the dad is talking and he's saying his name. Ooh, I'm getting the chills thinking about it because it also reminds me of Lost when they're like, not Penny's boat, right? They also, or like when he talks to the others on the radio. It's just like, it sucks because you think that you're safe and you think you've reached somebody and then that just gets taken away. Yeah, no, I got the chills right now because that sucks. And then he like threatened him and he's like your wife shouldn't be digging that hole. But we'll get there. Will we? I don't know. Okay. Characters I love. Love Harold Perrineau. No. Bordeaux? No. Love him. That goes without saying. He is a really good actor and should only play troubled fathers. I also love Victor. Now, Victor is the character that's been there since he was a boy. It seems like he was there from the beginning. So whatever happened to this town, he was there for. So, and it used to be maybe part of the regular world, or maybe it never was. I don't know. Comment below. And he is going to be the key to unlocking what's going on. And yes, he comes off creepy and like he never grew up. he kind of, I guess he didn't, right? That innocence was lost immediately. And who is this little boy in the white that he can see? And why is he the good guy? It seems like he's the good guy, protecting people, protecting the sister. Another thing that better get answered, please. I also love Donna, the lady who was in charge of the colony house. She's a really good actress, and it seems like this might be one of the first things she's done. All right, her name is Elizabeth Saunders. It is not the first thing. She's from England. Let me tell you, she's great. Let's see, all filmography. Oh no, 81 things. She's been in a lot. Wow. I am sorry that this is the first thing I'm seeing. Oh, she was in It. And The Strain. Okay, all these things and Schitt's Creek, but not a small character. But anyway, she's great. She's like that tough, mothering figure that takes all these kids in. The colony house is a place that anybody can live, but you have to share everything. I'm out. Sorry, I'm not sharing everything. So she's a really great character. I love Fatima, or how does she say her name? Fatima. She is just a very hippie character, easy to like. However, I do have a criticism. She gave, and it's probably how I sound right now, one monologue when they were at the beach, was the one that should have been really good. She was talking about how, like, why she has such a positive outlook on everything is because her life sucked. She was in Iran and her dad got, like taken out and shot. And it should have been this really powerful monologue. And she just kept repeating herself. And it didn't feel real. And I don't know if that's a dialogue or if it's her. I don't know. And I don't want to say your acting is bad because I couldn't do a better job. Maybe the dialogue is bad. I also probably couldn't write it better. But you guys are the ones being paid to do that. So do better, okay? This family. So the show is helped to be introduced because they get a brand new family of 4, a mom, dad, little brother, older sister, to get stuck there. And it was crazy. 2 cars come. They get in a car accident. Nobody sees. I don't see that coming. And everybody gets out alive. But the family, apparently the parents were getting divorced and the kids don't get along. That was not clear. The dad and the mom seemed to be fine with each other. It was like out of nowhere. Oh, you guys are getting divorced. I know that. Oh, I didn't know that. That was not clear. I don't like being surprised about things like that. I should just know that you guys aren't in love anymore, and then later on it could be like, oh, okay, you're getting a divorce. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, none of the family members. I don't like the dad. I don't like the mom. I think the sister's the best one. And the little boy is like a little boy. Whatever. He'll be important too. I think it is really interesting how everybody comes from all over, right? Because they're driving in cars from different license plates. And they just end up on this road. Insane. Oh, creepy. I'm thinking about it again. Ooh, it's like late at night. I don't like it. I want to know who or what is talking to Sarah. And that tree that they see that I'm like thinking about now with the crow, like, what does it symbolize? Somebody who reads into these things, can you please DM me and talk to me about it? Because I don't know enough. I don't think about these things enough, Okay. This show has a lot of people on it because a lot of people die, but I want to know more about the people. Like, I love that part of Lost where then you get to see their backstory, their past, and how they all ended up there. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see everybody's past. How'd you get there? Why are you there? Is there a reason? Like the priest thinks, and the priest died. So maybe there isn't a reason. Maybe that's what that symbolized. I want to know how people lived there before. Like they just hid every night underground in bushes. That's terrifying. And then the monsters shrieked before they got the talismans. That's terrifying. I'm thinking about it again. It's so scary, right? If you like being scared, watch it. If you don't like being scared, don't watch it. And then I want to know, is this place real? Like, are they alive? Are they going to get back home? I just, again, I'm getting the chills thinking about it. Like, they're doing a good job asking all these questions, and I hope they get out. I hope there's a reason. I hope there is closure for the viewers. Like, Amazon, you have so much money. If people aren't watching from, just like let it run its course. Let them tell the story. Don't cancel it. I'll watch it. I'll be your one viewer. And anybody else watching this, please just watch it so it has more than just a season 2. It ends with a whole coach bus arriving in the town. Like, that's a really big deal. Now we're going to get all these other characters, lots more people to die. Okay, that's what that means. Season 2 comes out April 23rd. Okay, make sure that you are watching it, that you've got your timer set or whatever, a calendar alert. I don't know, because I certainly will. And DM me. Let's talk about this, okay? It's on Prime Video. I know you guys all have Prime, okay? Well, that's it. Thank you for listening to For Better or Worse. You can find us on Instagram, on TikTok, YouTube, at FBOW Podcast. What I'd really like you to do now that you listen to the whole thing is please go follow us on TikTok. I do some Bravo stuff, some other feelings that I have about things, and then that's where we put our clips, our YouTube shorts. So please follow us on TikTok if you have one. If you're a grown-up and you don't have one, it's acceptable. But if you are a millennial or a Gen Zer, please go follow us on TikTok and like something, okay? All right. Well, thank you. Bye. Oh, wait. We'll see you next time when we review more movies and TV. Me and Millie. Bye.